He was just 10 years old, covered in dust, barefoot, walking toward the sound of gunfire. No mother, no father, no tears left. The rebels had wiped out his village at dawn. They burned the school. They shot every man who tried to run. They laughed while doing it. But one boy came back. Not to beg for mercy, not to cry, but to confront the man who murdered his father. Bring your bowl of popcorn closer as we unfold the story of this brave little African legend. I'm sure you don't want to miss it. Zuberi's tiny frame walked straight into the enemy camp. The rebels shouted. The commander stood, and the order came cold and sharp. Kill the boy. But Zuberi didn't flinch. Instead, he pulled out a blood-stained flash drive from his pocket and said 5 words that made every gun freeze. My father exposed your secrets. In that one moment, silence fell over the camp. The men hesitated. Even the commander blinked, because they knew his father. Mr. Cato, the village teacher, the man who refused to be silent, who spent months documenting everything the rebels were hiding. Foreign weapons, illegal gold deals, child soldiers. The files were real, and now his son had them. Zuberi raised the drive high. If I don't return to the UN office by sunset, he said, this data will be broadcast everywhere. The rebels panicked. Guns were lowered. Voices rose. No one knew if he was bluffing, but no one wanted to take that risk. You're lying, the commander roared. You're just a child. I'm a child whose father died for the truth. Zuberi's father wasn't just a teacher. He was a fighter with words. Late at night, he gathered evidence. He recorded conversations. He emailed diplomats. He believed the truth could save lives. But the rebels found out. They came before dawn. Zuberi watched from under the floorboards as they shot his father in the head. His mother's scream was the last sound he ever heard from her. He didn't run. He waited until they left. Then he searched the wreckage. He found the drive hidden in a burnt school book, and he started walking toward the killers. Back at the camp, the commander stepped down from his high chair. He walked toward Zuberi. You're brave, he growled, but brave doesn't make you bulletproof. I'm not bulletproof, but your secrets are not safe anymore. They started arguing. Some wanted to shoot him. Others whispered, what if he's telling the truth? The flash drive looked real. One rebel speaks up. Sir, what if this ruins us? He's a kid, but this could end everything. If you have watched this video this far, subscribe to African Legend Daily for more interesting stories. The commander was losing control, and Zuberi knew it. Then something unexpected happened. One of the rebels, a young man, barely 20, stepped forward. He looked at Zuberi and said, I knew your father. He taught me how to read. He saved my brother's life once. The entire camp went quiet. Zuberi locked eyes with the rebel. There was pain there, regret. Then the young man dropped his gun. One by one, others followed. The commander shouted, Pick those rifles up, you cowards. But no one moved. My father believed even the worst men could change, Zuberi said. He said, Education is the battlefield where we all must win. I didn't come here to kill you. I came here to remind you that you were human once. The commander stared at the boy. His hand shook. He aimed the gun, but didn't pull the trigger. He turned and walked away. The camp began to dissolve. Rebels scattered. Some stayed behind to help Zuberi. Later that week, a UN convoy arrived. They had received an anonymous message. The flash drive had reached them. Zuberi survived. The world knew what the rebels had done. And somewhere in the ruins of a broken war, a boy had brought truth to a battlefield, without firing a single bullet. Zuberi was just a child. But in a land torn by blood and greed, he became something greater. He became the voice of the voiceless. The child who walked into war and walked out with justice. 2.